presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
The desert heat has been hotter than ever for the D-backs. They have won 13 straight games, and they square off against the Padres. They're going to play one of the two hottest teams in Major League Baseball. Why are they so hot? Well, J.D. Martinez, a big part of that. Last 42 games with the Diamondbacks since being acquired, 18 home runs and 40 runs batted in. 47% of his hits have been home runs. And how about Yangervis Solarte heating it up for the Padres? He loves hitting here at Chase Field, a .336 average, 6 homers and 25 runs batted in. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth, everybody, here at Chase Field. Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, tonight the Padres are going to see firsthand what the rest of Major League Baseball has been seeing lately, this hot Diamondbacks team. Not only have they done it offensively, but also pitching very well.
Can they get any hotter? Can they play any better? Well, this is going to be a good test for the San Diego Padres. Talk about the offense. You talk about J.D. Martinez since being acquired, the huge numbers. But collectively, even with Goldschmidt out of the lineup the last 4, they've been picking it up. 267 average to 25 home runs. And I'll tell you what, Don, any pitcher is going to love when you score 6.2 runs a game for the Diamondbacks. Speaking of pitching, how about Zach Greinke? He's only won 16 games, 3.01 ERA. He's up to par. Robbie Ray from the left side, 12 wins, an ERA under 3. And then Fernando Rodney. You bridge the gap to Fernando Rodney. They're pretty set in the 7th and 8th inning. And then he reaches for the quiver. That's not a good sign. 36 saves. 15 straight from the former Padre, and that's why they're doing so good, and that's why you see the standings the way they are.
They are a +7 as far as the wild card goes right now. It appears they've just secured that as, of course, the Dodgers run away with the National League West, but right now the Diamondbacks are doing everything right. Well, the Padres are trying to get back to doing things right. They won last night in the final game against the series against the Cardinals, and a guy who's heating it up right now is Will Myers, was 2 for 4 last night with his 25th home run.
He is on track to doing things right, and Will Myers knows one thing. You cannot overswing here at Chase Field. He's so strong. We saw it, the opposite field right there. He's running the bases, so after all told, 2 seasons combined, 40-40, right? I would like to see, and I'm sure Will Myers would be the first guy to say, you know what, I want to do 40-40 in one season. Is he capable? He is. If he stays healthy, he's quite a talent. He's got power. He's got speed for his size. Hopefully that starts next year, but Will Myers is swinging the bat well now, and hopefully they can win Game 1 of the series.
It is the Padres and Diamondbacks from the desert, Game 1 of a 3-game series. The J.D. difference. The Diamondbacks went out to get J.D. Martinez. He's ignited this run for his talented Arizona Diamondbacks team. Bob Scanlon will join us next to discuss after this.
J.D. Martinez! Is it 4? It's gone! J.D. Martinez homers in 4 consecutive plate appearances.
That was last Monday. J.D. Martinez becoming only the 18th player in Major League history to hit 4 home runs in a ball game. The early deadline pickup has been one of the most impactful acquisitions that any team has made. He's had 18 home runs since joining his ball club. Here's what skipper Torey Lovullo had to say about his transition to his new club.
Immediately became a part of this family. He's been a great teammate. He's been a believer in what's going on here, and he became one of our guys extremely quick. That's what I can tell you that's going on off of the field. On the field, it speaks for itself. It's been consistent approaches. It's been big home runs. It's been big base hits. He's a student of the game. He studies. He writes down. He watches as much video as anybody as I've ever seen. And he's always ready to be the guy that's going to step up and execute and get the job done.
And they've asked him to step up with Paul Goldschmidt on the missing some time right now with a bad elbow, but also he's been impactful in terms of the entire lineup being pitched a little bit differently. But right now it's up to the Padres to end the streak. 13 straight for the Diamondbacks. That'll be up to Jordan Lyles. He'll be going up against Patrick Corbin. Padres, Diamondbacks, first pitch next right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Weeks ago, questions surrounded the Arizona Diamondbacks and their run towards the postseason. But a franchise record 13-game win streak, including 2 sweeps of the Dodgers, has the D-backs energized and eyeing a deep playoff run. The Padres recently handed a series loss to the best in the NL West. Can they cool off the hottest team in the National League? Padres and Diamondbacks starts now. Now the Padres here at Chase Field as it's time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 93 degrees outside with a westerly wind at 13 miles per hour. Forecast cloudy. Right now blue skies above outside, and right now it is closed inside, as you might imagine, with the heat outside. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you for the first of 3 as we check out Andy Green starting 9 tonight, brought to you by Toyota. Manuel Margot lead it off and in center field with Carlos Azuaje at second base. Jose Perella in left, Will Myers at first base. Jan Hervis Solarte at third base with Jabari Blash in right. Eric Ibar at shortstop with Austin Hedges doing the catching. And Jordan Lyles, the pitcher tonight, batting out of the 9th spot for the Padres. They'll have to deal tonight with the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Patrick Corbin.
And the 28-year-old making his 29th start. Boy, he's really turned it around this year. A very effective slider. Keep an eye on that. Right-handed hitters down by the back foot. And hitters have chased the slider down and away. That's his tendency. And the rest of his repertoire, he'll throw up a slow curveball as well.
Swing and a miss for Manuel Margot, and we're underway. 13 home runs on the year for Margot. 34 runs batted in, and back at the top spot of the Padres order. Fly ball to left field. Peralta over towards the line, and the left fielder will get there to make the catch for out number 1. Well, defensively tonight for the Diamondbacks, you saw David Peralta at left make that catch. A.J. Pollock in center with J.D. Martinez around in right. Jake Lamb at third with Ketel Marte at shortstop. Brandon Drury at second. Daniel Descalso at first, and Chris Herman the catcher for Patrick Corbin. So one down here in the first inning, and brings up Carlos Asuaje. Well, for Corbin, looking for win number 14 of the year as he comes in at 13-11. Asuaje starting the night hitting at .277, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. Another foul fly down the left field line and out of play. The last 6 starts for Corbin, he's been very good. A 1.08 earned run average. He's kept the opponent to a 185 batting average. After the first 22 starts, they're hitting at .303 against him. 21 home runs in the first 44, or rather 22 starts, and then the last 2 only 2 home runs. So everything has been trending downward for him. The ERA, opponent batting average, home runs allowed.
He's been much more aggressive with the fastball. The slider has been his best pitch. He's touching 96, that last pitch. Goes from the first base side of that rubber, and for left-handed hitters, kind of a deceptive delivery as well. A funky delivery, if you will.
Asuaje strikes out, 2 down here in the first inning. 29th start of the year for Patrick Corbin.
He'll throw this pitch. Righties and lefties alike. That's the slider. We're really exposed on that one. Asuaje opening up big time.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and brings up Jose Perella. 292, 10 homers, and 38 runs batted in for the Padres left fielder. Perella batting third. That's where he has been operating from, and used to be where Myers was operating from. But Will has been batting fifth for a while for the Padres tonight. Myers moving up in the order to the cleanup spot with his recent production, and Will waits on deck here. Line to left field, and that ball is going to get in back to the track of the wall into the corner as Peralta goes over to play it. Perella into second base with a 2-out stand-up double. Really clean that out to left field.
Oh, that ball is laced down the left field. Perella really turning on this pitch. He wants it inside. It's in. Boy, and Herman really gets knocked on the backswing. Perella's bat on his side of his head there. Well, that's turning on a fastball there. Watch on the backswing, Don. Oof.
It appears to be okay. 2 down. Perella at second, and here is Will Myers. A little bloop into shallow center, out to get it to second baseman Brandon Drury. Padres don't score. Diamondbacks are coming up. By Petco, where the pets go. And by Tough Shed. For more of the great sheds, check them out at toughshed.com. Back in the desert. Last trip of the year for the Padres here into Phoenix to take on these Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's check out Torey Lovullo's starting lineup for the Diamondbacks, brought to you by Hyundai. David Peralta leading it off and in left field with Ketel Marte at short. Jake Lamb at third base. J.D. Martinez, a new addition to this club, in right. Daniel Descalso at first base with A.J. Pollock in center. Brendan Drury at second. Chris Herman, the catcher. And the pitcher, Patrick Corbin, out of the 9 spot as David Peralta leads it off and takes ball 1. Around 300 all year for Peralta, the top of the order, and comes in hitting at 297 tonight. Homers, 45 runs batted in.
This guy can hit a double. He can hit a home run. He puts together a good at bat all the time. Fall off some good pitches. I'll tell you, Jordan Lyles has got his work cut out for him tonight.
Lyles getting his second start in the Padres uniform. Overall, his 35th appearance of the year, but second start. 0-2 on the season, ERA of 6.71. First with the Rockies, now the Padres. 26-year-old. Signed as a minor league free agent by the Padres in August. Been designated for assignment by the Rockies.
Here's the 4-1-1 on Jordan Lyles. His last time out, 4 1/3 innings pitched. His strength is the effective curveball, 229 average for the opponent's ineffective fastball, 305. That's his weakness, and the rest of his arsenal.
Strike 3 call. And getting the bad news is Peralta. He was headed down to first base thinking it was ball 4, but that is strike 3 and out number 1 for Jordan Lyles.
Knee-high fastball. Let's take a look at the Fox vision and right at the bottom of the zone at 94. Yeah, Peralta tried to sell it, get rid of the bat and then the shin guard, and he gets rung up. Here's what Lyles has to do. Last time out, 4 1/30 through 92 pitches. Way too many pitches. Got to be economical. Go deeper, hopefully.
1 down for Ketel Marte. Takes strike 1. And it seemed like he would get 2 strikes on a batter, just couldn't put them away.
Yeah.
A lot of foul balls, and as a result, that pitch count was very high.
That's why it's also nice for guys like Dinelson Lamet who have that wipeout slider, right? Or if you're a ground ball pitcher, you got the nasty 2-seamer, they'll beat it into the ground. You don't necessarily have to have that wipeout pitch, but if you have that one pitch that's got good late action to it, you'll get that grounder to get the guy ground out.
The last 6 games, Marte hitting at 381. Called up on June 28th from AAA Reno, sitting at 338 at the time of his call-up. Led the minors in hits with 105 at the time, and been in the majors here since with the Diamondbacks, and starting at shortstop. On the ground up the middle, ranging his eye-bar. He spins and throws, but it'll be late. Good speed showed out there by Marte.
Well, you can see that Marte has some speed, hits it in the right spot. Ibar gets to this one, and there's a little bit of a juggle right there, handle, fire, and he just beats it out. Does he get the front of the bag? That's the way you run the bases. With the top part of your foot, don't hit the top of the bag. You hit the front of the bag with the front part of your foot. He does a nice job there.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Jake Lamb coming up. Base hit for Ketel Marte at first with 1 down, and they'll check on him right away.
You know, another thing to look at with this Diamondback team, Don, is the success they've been having. They're on their third shortstop. Ahmed hurt, Owings hurt, and now Marte. And that's a prime position up the middle. And they're playing good baseball.
Padres shifting. They keep it close to the infield with a double play possibility. On the DL right now, Jeff Mathis, Nick Ahmed, you mentioned, Chris Owings, Yasmani Tomas, Shelby Miller, Steve Hathaway, and Randall Delgado all in the DL right now for this Diamondbacks team.
Yeah, I was talking to Bob Brenly before the game, and he said that's one of their bigger misses right there. They really missed Delgado.
Lyles falling behind here, 2-0 to Jake Lamb. 27 home runs, 97 runs batted in for the Diamondbacks third baseman. And the Padres shift on the right side. The outfield going the other way though. Margot to left center. Big gap out in right center, and that'll pick up the outside corner.
There's that gap you're talking about.
Long pause for Lyles. And it's fouled off. 2-2. Let's check out the Padres defensively, brought to you by Lincoln. Up to right across the outfield, Jose Perella, Manuel Margot, and Jabari Blash. Then Herbert Solarte at third base, Eric Ibar at short, Carlos Wahe at second, Will Myers at first, and Austin Hedges doing the catching for Jordan Lyles. One out, runner at first as the Diamondbacks bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Line to left and in for a base hit in front of Perella. Marte up to second on the opposite field single for Jake Lamb.
Well, Jake Lamb hasn't really been hitting the ball that well since after the All-Star break. 208 average. Same thing was last year. After the All-Star break, 197. He needs to get going. But when you're playing with a team that's doing so well, right? I mean, he surely would like to have those numbers go up. That's probably a good start for Jake Lamb, taking that pitch the other way.
2 on, 1 away. J.D. Martinez, the batter. Martinez, total of 38 hits, 18 of them have been home runs. 47% of his hits are home runs. Averages a home run every 9.6 plate appearances.
This ballpark is definitely built for him, huh? A lot
I'd say so.
A lot of home runs go the opposite way as well. You hang a breaking ball, a soft changeup or something, he'll take the ball, he'll pull it. But he'll stay on a fastball, let it travel. He'll take it to right center field with the best of them.
For his last 22, hitting at 364. Strike 2.
Boy, if Lyles can throw that pitch 7 out of 10 times with regularity, he's going to have some success. Watch the glove of Hedges. Doesn't even move at 96. Can't do much with that pitch.
J.D. Martinez hit a club record 4 home runs September 4th at L.A. 18th player in baseball history. Hit 4 home runs in a game, and he swings and misses here, and Lyles strikes him out. That's a big K right there for Jordan Lyles. 2 down.
Looks like he went with the hammer. Slider or curveball. Let's take another look. It's worth another look. 85 slider. JD tried to stay on it. Nice tilt to it for the punchy.
So 2 on, 2 down. It brings up Daniel Descalso, former Cardinal. 241, 9 homers, and 47 runs batted in. 9 home runs for me, career high. His previous high had been last year, 8 home runs. 6 of the 9 home runs he has come right here at home at Chase Field. That's with 2 down and Marte at second, Lamb at first. Check swing, called a strike anyway, 1-1. Descalso confirming with open umpire Bill Welke. Whether he swung or it was a called strike, and Welke let him know it was a strike.
A lot of hitters will ask, hey, is that as high you're going to go on that called strike? Yeah, that's as high as I'm going to go. Is that as far outside you're going to go? Just to give him an indication.
Lined and picked at first base by Myers to end the inning. So the Diamondbacks strand a pair, done with 1 without a score from the desert.
The Padres and the Diamondbacks. Patrick Corbin going out for his second inning of work, and he has won his last 5 outings in a row. When Torey Lovullo was asked about any changes that he's made, he said, look, it's been nothing mechanical, nothing tactical. It actually happened a couple of outings before the streak started. It was an outing where he gave up 7 runs against the Cubs. Lovullo talked to him for a couple of minutes after that game, and he said that Corbin was so frustrated, so disappointed in himself that it was out of pure determination. He says, I need to pitch better for myself. I need to pitch better for this ball club. And he has certainly done that, guys. He's on quite a streak, and the Padres will try to do some damage here in the second.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. He's been locked in. Mentioned the last 6 starts for him. And since August the 6th, the 1.08 earned run average. Everybody in the majors in that category, a minimum of 6 starts.
Bob Brownlee said before the game, the outing that Scan was talking about, he just looked so dejected on the field. He said he was hanging his head. He was kind of moping around a little bit. And then after that, he just threw everything to the wind. And like Bob said, it was a whole attitude adjustment. He's going to go out and just do what he does best, be aggressive, not let the little things bother him. And the proof is in the pudding. The numbers have been unbelievable.
The last start got his 5th consecutive win in his many starts, and was against the Rockies, who went 5 1/3, giving up only 2 runs, 1 earned. Solarte ahead in the count. Against the Padres, Corbin comes in with a .500 record. 5-5, 3.49 earned run average. It's his 4th start against the Padres this year, 2-1. Solarte fouls it off, full count. Jose Pirela with a 2-out double in the first inning. Only hit so far for Padres as Solarte leads it off here in inning number 2. And a grounder to third base picked by Lamb. Solarte's out number 1 of the second inning. Bob Scanlon talking about the last 5 starts for Corbin. 5-0 with a 0.50 earned run average.
Getting ahead, and the slider lefty to righties down and in, burying the fastball down and in. Altuve goes down via the slider. And once a pitcher, a lefty, gets that feel down and in, lefties elect. We've seen that already tonight to Asuaje with the slider.
Blast to third again on the backhand. It's Lamb. And again, there's an out. 2 down. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, my first one, I think you're going to like this one.
Okay.
I was going to go KO JD, knockout JD, right? Martinez. You know what I'm saying there? Because he's swinging the bat so well. Anyway, and get an early lead for the Pen. So get an early lead. The bullpen did a great job for Clayton Richard the other day, held the lead. Craig Stammen, I say, give an extra star to, because remember, he held the 1-0 lead before the Padres added on.
This is to right, and it will land fair into the right field corner off the bat of Eric Ibar. He is thinking 3. Throw is going to go to third. No throw. Into third base with a 2-out triple goes Eric Ibar. Second Padres hit of the night tonight, and he'll stand at third base here with 2 away.
We just need to square it up at this ballpark, an elevated pitch, and hit it to all fields. It will travel. We know that.
Catcher number 18, Austin Hedges.
That's a good piece of hitting. He's got the plate right in front of him. So he'll take, a little stumble there. Thank goodness he didn't fall for the triple.
90 feet away here with 2 down in the inning, and Austin Hedges going to be intentionally walked here. The no pitch kind to get to Jordan Lyles.
Pitcher number 27, Jordan Lyles.
So first and third, and Lyles 1 for 7 at the plate coming up. That's with Ibar at third, Hedges at first, and 2 away here in the Padres' second inning. Strike 1. Strike 2.
Here's where you need to just play a little game of pepper. Try to avoid the strikeout. You put the ball in play, you never know what's going to happen. The bobble of baseball, you find a hole somewhere, you score a run.
Strike 3. Padres will leave a pair. We're through an inning and a half. No score from Arizona.
foolish enough to think that something special isn't happening here. We know that. But what I've been saying is we are embracing it and feeling it and enjoying it as much as we possibly can. But when the day is ready to be turned and the page is ready to be turned, these guys are doing that. And that's why I think we're having a lot of success right now.
Torey Lovullo on the 13-game winning streak for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and it truly has been an amazing run. Not only just the winning streak, but the number of records that they have broken in the process of their franchise. And how about they did not trail for 97 consecutive innings?
That's the incredible thing. Scoring runs early for the pitching staff, and during that stretch, 12-0 for the starters, an ERA of like 1-4. And Don, you and I were talking before the game. When it all boils down to the Diamondbacks getting in, it's going to come down to a one-game playoff.
That's the thing. You're playing all this great baseball, but because of the start the Dodgers had, you're in a situation now where you're leaving it all for one game, and you just don't know what's going to happen. That's the scary part about it. Anything can happen in one game.
How many times have we seen a one-game playoff to where you've got, and you set it up to where you throw your ace out there, and they cough up like a 5 spot early, or maybe 6 runs? No guarantees. Now, I ask you this question. If you were commissioner, the one-game playoff, is there enough time? I know there's a lot going into it. Do you start the season earlier to where you have like a 5-game playoff?
I don't know. That's hard.
That's a lot of games, isn't it?
It's hard, but I think the excitement of this is that you have so many teams involved, so many cities involved still.
Yes. And
especially in the American League side where there's like 4 or 5 teams in the mix right now. So like that part of it's great. It's just, boy, it is so hard to play this kind of baseball and be reliant on one game. And
you can't tell me that there's not pressure. You know how, no matter how well you are playing, okay, it's the tiebreaker. It's one game. It's a wild card game. There's that's pressure. In the baseball world, man, that's pressure.
Same time, it's really exciting for the fans. I mean, you got one-game playoffs left and right, which used to be a rarity.
Yeah.
Here are the standings in the NL wildcard scenario. Arizona appears to be in very good shape. Colorado,
they're not a lock. I mean, they're in pretty good shape, but we know what could happen.
Little number in front of the plate. Hedges discards the mask and throws out A.J. Pollock. First out at the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bring in Brandon Drury. .265 average to start the night for Drury. 12 homers and 57 runs batted in for the Diamondbacks' second baseman. Diamondbacks put together back-to-back base hits in the first inning with one out when Jordan Lyles is able to strike out J.D. Martinez, and Daniel Descalso to line out. Through 23 first inning pitches.
Yeah, 15 or 16 would be ideal for any starter as far as pitches per innings pitched.
Center fielder Manuel Margot over to right center. Big gap out in left center. Listed as 413 out there to left center field, the power alley. Chopper foul, evens a count at 2-2.
Good job trying to bury the fastball into the righty, Drury.
Drury taking inventory on the bat to make sure he didn't fracture. Bats with one out, bases empty. Diamondbacks catcher Chris Herman waiting on deck. Right field, struck pretty well towards the corner. Blash is over, and Jabari makes the catch in foul ground. Good running catch by the Padres right fielder Jabari Blash. 2 down in the inning.
Very key, the first jump, big strides off that right-handed bat of Drury. Ball is slicing off that bat. And the big kid makes a good catch.
2 down here in the second inning, and it'll bring up Chris Herman. .171, 9 homers, 26 runs batted in. And a strike to Herman. Whoa, swing and a miss. Bat goes out into the shift on the right side.
Well, it was right to Carlos, so they were right on that. And, you know, the scouting report on Herman is when he lets go of the bat, it goes right towards the second baseman, and they're spot on. That's good scouting right there.
The Diamondbacks play very good baseball at home. 45-23 here.
That's pretty good.
0-2 is fouled off of the dish.
Yeah, this place has been the house of horrors for the San Diego Padres since this place opened up. 61 and 113. It's been tough to win here.
Check swing, he went. Like Everett, third base umpire and crew chief rings him up. Third K for Lyles. Manuel Margot will lead it off when we come back to start the third in a scoreless contest. From Arizona, Margot is next.
At the top of the third inning, now it's time for AARP's Getting to Know You with Patrick Corbin. You know, Mark Rand always says the best athlete on the field is the pitcher. Of course, I've got to agree with them, and Patrick Corbin proving that to be true. As you see there, he was a basketball player in high school. Most three-point field goals in a game, he set the record. He was also a quarterback and a safety for the football team. And then his junior year, guys, he decides, you know what, I think I'm going to give this baseball thing a try. He shows up to practice in blue jeans, makes the team, hadn't pitched before, ends up pitching the rest of the season for his ball club, pitches JC for a couple of years. Now he's in the big leagues on a nice little roll. You never know what's going to happen, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. Scoreless as we head here to the third inning, and Patrick Corbin in his 29th start of the year. Margot cranks one foul off to the right, out of play.
That is a great story, and it takes me back because I remember going to practices early, and these kids would just show up in their jeans, right? Next thing you know, he's pitching in the big leagues.
Margot towards the gap in left center field. That's going to get down. And it one hops the wall back by the 413 marker. Margot rounds second but throws the brakes on. He's got himself a leadoff double to begin things here in the third inning.
Manuel really doing a fine job of getting extended on that. Corbin trying to go down and away with the heater. Out in front, splits the gap, and he is off and running. 16th double for the rookie. Puts on the brakes, testing that outfield. Aggressive around second base. You never know, a little bit of a bobble.
So runner at second base to begin things here in the third inning. Carlos Suaje struck out swinging in the first, showing bunt, and not sure if he offered at it or not. Guess he pulled it back 1-0. A little bit high, 2-0. Suaje struck out swinging in the first inning. One of two strikeouts on the night for Patrick Corbin.
Hey, get him over, get him in. I mean, you'd love to drive that guy in, but the worst case scenario, get him over to third base with fewer than 2 outs.
Swinging a foul tip. Very defensive swing there. Suaje swinging and trying to get out of the way at the same time. Just couldn't hold up.
Yeah.
Shows bunt again and drops it down the third baseline. Corbin, the pitcher, will get it there in time. Sacrifice gets Margot to third base with now one down in the third inning. So Suaje getting the job done.
Well, you got him over. Now it's time to get him in.
Left fielder, Jose Pirela.
Jose Pirela doubled in the first inning. One of 3 Padres hits in this game off Patrick Corbin. Padres have 3 hits, all extra base hits. Pirela's double, Ibar's triple, and more recently the double by Margot that began this inning. There's strike one.
I think that's been another big key for Patrick Corbin, what we just saw there to righties. Not only the slider down and in, but the slower breaking ball for a strike early. It's almost like a changeup. He doesn't throw a true changeup. He tried to work on one early in the year, just really couldn't refine it. So he uses that slow breaking ball for his changeup, and he'll show it early in the count. There's the harder one, the slider down and in. It's kind of like a slider grip, but he'll just kind of wrap it a little bit more to get a bigger break. The harder break, more of a true slider release, not wrapping as much.
And fairly economical. 30th pitch coming up here with one down in the third inning. And Pirela checked his swing. Yes, he did. Jordan Baker, first base umpire, said he didn't go.
Oh, I thought he went. Make it hurt. I think he caught a break right there.
Pirela perhaps getting another chance here. 1-2. Infield in the dirt. 2-2. Off double by Margot. The sacrifice bunt And Carlos Suaje gets Margot to third base. Time call. Swing and a miss. Pirela strikes out. Catcher Herman's got to throw him out. Trying to score is Margot. He will be out at the plate. So striking out was Pirela. The catcher had to throw him out because it got away. Throws out Pirela at first. Margot tries to sneak in the back door from third. And the call on the field is out. We'll see if the Padres are going to challenge here. Andy Green looking into Mark McGuire. And still holding. And now Milwaukee said over there, let him know he's got to hurry up.
As soon as Herman looked and threw, he was off and running.
No challenge by the Padres. Scoreless through 2.5. Turns out to be strike him out, caught stealing double play. And look at this play at the plate.
Yeah, very, very close. Some Margot's fingers were up, right? But is he actually touching the plate when Herman applies the tag with the glove?
Patrick Corbin, the pitcher, leading it off and grounding one softly to Myers, who will apply the tag on the way by for out number 1. 3 unassisted, 1 down.
Left field, Peralta.
1 out, 6 in a row retired by Jordan Lyles. And David Peralta coming up, a strikeout victim in the first. 3 Ks tonight for Jordan Lyles. On the ground towards Suaje. 2 down in the 3rd inning.
Tell you, location of the fastball key. We talk about it all the time. Then you add a little movement in there if you're able to do that, and then you're really good.
7 in a row retired now by Lyles. 2 down in the inning, and Ketel Marte takes strike 1. Marte with a single in the first inning, 1 of 2 hits for the Diamondbacks tonight. In on the grass at third, Yangervis Solarte. Lyles jumping ahead 0-2.
Oh, look, he broke out the changeup there.
A little different look here, second time through.
Yes, absolutely. Two-seamer in. Did you see Austin? Shook him off, though. Breaking ball down and in.
Grounded to Myers at first, and a quick inning. 6 pitches, 3 outs through 3. No score from Arizona. Brought to you by Ram Trucks.
We're going to go back to Will Myers. O is on the mound. We're going to go back to the sequence. The fastball up and away. See what he's trying to do? Breaking balls away after the fastball. Another breaking ball. Will is not biting. So O thinks, okay, maybe a changeup. Uh-oh. Home run. Got all of it. Upper tank. That's jumping over a mistake. Will Myers. Hopefully he can continue here in the desert against the D-backs.
And starts his 4th inning. Popped out to second baseman Brandon Drury in the first inning. Corbin falling behind 2-0. The home run yesterday, 25th home run of the year for Myers. Strike call.
Remember back in the day when 2020 was a big deal?
Yep.
Then it was 30-30. Then it was 40-40. Just kept going up, 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 both with the lumber and with the speed.
Myers chops it foul outside of third. Well, back in April at Petco Park, a home run for Myers off Corbin. The 25 Myers has this year. Payoff pitch. Will fouls it back above us.
See those pitches right there, trying to go up and in to Will Myers, trying to prevent him from getting extended.
pitch again. Myers hits a fly ball to center field. A.J. Pollock out there over towards right center for the first out of the 4th inning. So 1 down. That'll bring up Yangervis Solarte. 0 for 1. He grounded out to third base in the 2nd inning. Popped up. Shallow center, second baseman Drury out to make the catch for out number 2.
MLB.tv every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
2 down here in the 4th inning for Jabari Blash. Grounded out to the third baseman Jake Lamb in the 2nd inning. Center fielder A.J. Pollock over to right center. For Blash to take it the other way. And Jabari's down 0-2.
Working in the dark over there, partner?
I am. I don't know what's going on with the lights. But it has gotten very dark on my side of the booth.
You need a lamp?
I may need a lamp here.
I love lamp.
I don't know what's going on. It was flickering for a while, and now I got nothing. So like my side's on dark here.
You'd love a lamp right now, wouldn't you?
I would kill for a lamp right now.
Well, hey, it's a little aggressive, but I'll see what I can do.
I really want a lamp.
Do you?
Yeah, I'd like a lamp.
I'm on it.
Because it's very dark and I can't see my notes. I can't see my stats. Broken bat, flare to center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. And Jabari Blash on here.
That's what will happen. You know, Patrick Corbin trying to bury the fastball into righties. You know, Jabari's a big, strong kid. He fights this one off. Sounded like he fractured his shillelagh. Let's take a look. Yep, it's up and in. Elevated. Now, if that ball's down, chance it's a weak grounder towards the middle of the diamond. Hoping for a little 2-out thunder right here.
Padres have had at least one base runner in every inning. They have left 3 men on through the first 3 innings, and here is Eric Ibar, tripled in the 2nd inning. To right center field, falling fast. That's going to fall in for a hit. Jabari Blash headed for third, and the Padres have runners at the corners with 2 down. Second hit of the night for Eric Ibar. And all this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
This time Corbin tries to go down and away with something off speed. Almost looked like a changeup, something. Then he had to reach out there. And with the crack of the bat, Blash is off and running. Well, this might be one of those situations we've seen Andy Green do this before. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, send the runner down towards the bottom of the order. Maybe create some havoc, throw the ball away.
First and third, 2 down. Austin Hedges was intentionally walked in his first plate appearance in the 2nd.
You do have the lefty Corbin on the mound, so you have to be concerned about the move over to first base.
Mentioned the Padres runners in scoring position. They've had a few. Corbin in his last 5 starts, hitters 0 for 21 with runners in scoring position. So he's really been able to bear down, and tonight Padres are 0 for 3 in that category.
We got the pitcher on deck, 2-0 count, not really giving Austin Hedges much to swing at here.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Myers flied out to center. Solarte popped out to second. Murray Blash with a single to center. Ibar with a single to center. First and third, 2 down. And that just misses. 3-1. As you mentioned, Jordan Lyles, the pitcher, waiting on deck. There's Blash at third. That is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So they kind of pitch around Hedges. There's the second walk allowed by Corbin. Loads the bases, and Jordan Lyles coming up, who struck out looking on 3 pitches. So while they did not intentionally walk Hedges, they didn't give much to hit. Lyles 1 for 8 at the plate on the year. He'll help himself out right here with a base hit. Lyles will send one to center that's going to get in for a hit. From third comes Blash. He'll score. Here comes Ibar. Throw to the plate is late, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Jordan Lyles, the pitcher, drives in a pair. 2-0 San Diego. All this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Nice short quick stroke right there, jumping on the first pitch fastball. A really good looking swing. Crack of the bat, everybody is off and running. Well, that's a good sign. The Padres getting on the board first. Flip the lineup over. Very nice.
First and third, 2 down. And Welmar go with a chance to do some more damage. He'll foul that one off. The catcher Herman, and it staggered him. And the home plate umpire Bill Welke going to the mound. A professional courtesy to give Herman some more time. Appears to be okay.
That got him pretty good, though. Just seemed kind of lean, kind of lost his balance a little bit to his left.
A little stagger.
Yep.
21 pitches so far in this inning for Corbin. He's had to work hard. The hardest he has to any point in this game. He's allowed 2 runs so far in the inning. Third plate appearance for Manny of the night. He's flied out to left. Then hit a double to the gap in left center in the third. Lined into right field for Margot to the right field corner. Hedges will score from third. Jordan Lyles making his way around the bases. They're going to try and score him too. All the way from first base. Lyles will score 2 more Padres runs, and San Diego on top 4-0. Pair of RBIs for Manuel Margot on his second hit of the night. A big 4-run 4th inning to this point for San Diego.
Doing some good hitting this inning and taking what Corbin is giving them and not trying to do too much. You're trying to pull that ball. It's a different story. Now, Jordan Lyles, he scores all the way from first base. And as we're watching this right here, it's a good sign for the Padres because there's a visit on the mound. Lyles has got to get in that dugout and take a little breather. Going from first to home, he's not used to doing that. The visit helps. What would help even more is to pile on a little bit more with 2 outs, just so your starting pitcher can get a breather in that dugout before he hits the mound again.
Well, Mike Butcher, the pitching coach out there, talking to Corbin, who's about to face his 8th hitter of the inning. Carlos Suaje struck out swinging. Had the sacrifice bunt in the 3rd inning, and here he is in the 4th, taking ball 1. So a 4-run top of the 4th inning so far for the Padres. Two quick outs to begin the inning. Myers and Solarte. 4 hits, a walk later, and 4 runs later. Jordan Lyles right in the middle of it, driving into the single to center field. And Corbin falling behind 3-0. And that's ball 4. Second walk of the inning. 3rd of the outing allowed by Corbin. Give you an idea of how unusual this has been for Corbin. Last 38 2/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 2 earned runs. This inning, he's allowed 4 earned runs. Thrown 28 pitches in the inning, 60 total. 9th member of the Padres to bat in the inning is Jose Pirela now, with runners at 1st and 3rd.
Well, the Padres have jumped on some fastballs. Hey, a broken bat here, a hit there, prolonging the inning. The impressive thing, Manuel Margot taking that one fastball off the plate and sending it, rifling it down that right field line.
Doubled in the 1st inning, struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Well, Myers flied out to begin this inning, waits on deck. In the dirt, taken off for second is Suaje. He'll get there standing. Well, saw that Herman couldn't play cleanly, broke right away.
That's huge because now the Diamondbacks and a little dribbler in the infield. They can't go the short way to second base to get out of the inning. Great recognition by Carlos. He takes second base.
So 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. Pirela back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Margot will score. Suaje behind him. Throw cut off. Throw to second is going to be in time. But 2-run score for the Padres, and they lead it now 6-0. What an inning for San Diego. 9 men bat, 6 of them score. Jordan Lyles driving in a few to help himself out. Manuel Margot driving in a pair. 6-0 San Diego. Diamondbacks now for Jordan Lyles, who was part of the offensive attack last inning.
Everybody contributing. He did a nice job of jumping on a fastball. After the walk to Austin Hedges, flipped over the lineup, and they still went to work. Wow, dropping a 6th spot in the 4th.
Most runs the Diamondbacks have given up in any inning. The 13-game winning streak. Jake Lamb, a single in the first inning, 1 of 2 hits. Diamondbacks have compiled in this game. Lyles has retired 8 in a row.
Well, the dynamic of this Diamondbacks lineup really changes without Goldschmidt in there, huh?
Sure does. This is his 5th straight game.
And with the lead the Diamondbacks have and the way they've been playing, hey, why not give it another day or two?
Some elbow stiffness for him. There's Goldschmidt. Playing through it for a while, but you're right. During the stretch, all of a sudden it became sort of unnecessary for him to be in there, and more important for him to get some rest.
It's one of those that, you know, if you keep pressing it might get worse.
Yeah. Foul down the left field line, out of play. Jake Lamb, J.D. Martinez, and Daniel Descalso scheduled to bat for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Padres shifting on the right side here on Lamb. In the dirt, and it kicks away. 2-2. You read about Jake Lamb last year. Had a terrific first half. Not so good second half. This year, same thing. Becoming a recurring pattern for him.
Yeah, last year 197 after the break. This year 208. This year 20 home runs in the first half, only 7 in the second half.
See the shift on the right side. Eighth pitch of the at bat coming up, and that is strike 3. 4th strikeout for Jordan Lyles. First out here at the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, last time J.D. Martinez was up, Jordan Lyles struck him out 95 away. Now we know he's got power the opposite way. There's like a little cut fastball down and away, but consistently down and away, down and away. You ask any hitter what's one of the tougher pitches to hit, that's it. And then the last one, he put a wrinkle right on that corner for the swing and miss.
One down here in the 4th inning brings up J.D. Martinez.
Well, the outfielders, as I just take a look, playing very, very deep. Jabari Blash in right field, very deep. Manuel Margot covering towards that right center field gap. He's got the good life fastball tonight.
It's a lot different tonight than he did in his last outing. Far more effective. Against a very good lineup. Speed to that pitch. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Most home runs since July the 19th. Only Giancarlo Stanton more than J.D. Martinez. What a pickup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Talk about great additions. 1-2 pitch. That one almost hit him.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I had to bet a dime to donuts who was up till like 4:30 in the morning watching video, it was Darren Balsley getting these pitchers ready to pitch to not only this Diamondback lineup, but to J.D. Martinez in particular. Hours and hours. Oh, look at that.
Struck him out again. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jordan Lyles. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
That is sticking to the plan, executing the plan. First at bat, the first swung on and missed with a breaking ball, and look at that again. Breaking ball down and away, and J.D. goes down swinging.
Two down. Daniel Descalso lined out to the first baseman Will Myers in the 1st inning. Two and 0. 10 in a row retired by Jordan Lyles. Working here with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Picks up that outside corner.
Yeah, you want to hear a shocker?
Sure.
Cleveland won again. 5-0 winners. It's unbelievable.
16 in a row. Fly ball left field, sending Pirela back. He'll have room. And he makes the catch shy of the track to end the inning. 11 straight sent down by Lyles. 6-0 Padres. Diego presents Padres baseball. Brought to you by Car Shield. Don't strike out from a big auto repair bill. When you have Car Shield, they'll get you the repair bill paid for you. Go to carshield.com. And by Sycuan Casino. Padres Club Sycuan members, swipe your card at any kiosk at Sycuan Casino for your chance to win a Will Myers Segway. 6-0. Padres have the lead over the Diamondbacks, who are at Chase Field. Big inning for the Padres in the 4th, scoring all 6 of their runs. There's Will Myers. Will Myers 0 for 2. He's popped out to second, flied out to center.
You know, it's nice after that 6-run 4th. Jordan Lyles a 1-2-3 4th for the D-backs.
Shutdown inning.
Find your lamp yet?
Nope. Working in the dark. Ground ball foul. It's kind of like it's flickering a little bit. It's got like a strobe light effect going on.
So you're going clubbing tonight?
I am. It's like flashing lights.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on exactly, but it started out great.
It's one of those bulbs, you know, the long ones where you twist it in there.
Myers popped out to second, flied out to center. 6-0 Padres. There's a grounded foul. Corbin had to throw 31 pitches in the 4th inning, facing 9 batters and giving up these 6 runs. All the runs were earned. There's Solarte and Blash scheduled here in the top half of the 5th inning. Padres offense has quieted this crowd. In the dirt for ball 3. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Will Myers. Fouls off another.
A lot of breaking balls. That is a tough pitch to try to keep fair. Fastball away here.
Myers with a base hit down the left field line to the corner. Will's thinking 2. He'll head for second base. Peralta digs it out. Myers will round second. But has got himself a double here. A 9-pitch at bat. Nicely done. Getting a double to begin the top of the 5th inning.
Tried to sneak a little piece of cheese by the Padre first baseman. But let's look. Bad location. Poorly placed. Herman wanted it down and away after the breaking ball, and Will capitalizes on it, just like the changeup out of the hand of O the other night. He rakes that high fastball.
So runner at second to start the 5th, and here's Solarte. Hermes is grounded out to third, popped out to second base. And 5 of 9 hits for the Padres have been extra base hits. 2 doubles and 3 triples in this game. Down the line at third, and a fair ball again to the left field corner. Myers coming around from second. He'll score. And Solarte and Myers trade places at second base, and the Padres take a 7-0 lead.
Padres very aggressive on the fastball, especially inside part of the plate from Patrick Corbin. Look at this pitch here. Solarte gets his hands in. Now off the bat it hits off the chalk, and then it goes over the bag off the chalk. Third base umpire Mike Everett signaling fair. Everybody's off and running. Padres having some fun tonight.
We just never know in this game. Diamondbacks coming in, having won 13 straight games. Corbin coming in, having won 5 straight games. And the Padres getting to him for 7 runs in 4+ innings right now. Solarte at second, and Jabari Blash coming up. Grounded out to third in the second, singled and scored in the 4th inning. The last 5 starts for him. Look at what he's done. Only 2 earned runs in 35 2/3. Tonight 7 earned runs in 4+. One almost got away. Silvino Bracco up in the pen.
Oh, the designer back in the big leagues. I love his line of suits.
On the ground up the middle, ranging is Drury. He'll have no play anywhere, and it's first and third. A hit for Blash, his second of the night.
Well, everything up to this point going the Padres' way. Once again, Corbin throwing inside. Jabari Blash fighting it off. The way they were shifting him, no way they're going to get him.
That's 11 hits now for the Padres. 7 runs. Here's Eric Ibar, who has tripled and singled. Scored a run. Chop left side, deep in the hole. It's short. Marte to second for 1. That's all they'll get, and a run will score. Solarte comes in from third with the 8th Padres run of the night. Blash retired at second on the force out, 6-4. But Ibar reaches the first base to pick up an RBI. 8-0 San Diego.
Well, the Padres doing a good job of putting the ball in play tonight. Only 3 strikeouts.
That's Torey Lovullo out there to make the change, as that'll be the night for Patrick Corbin. Done after 4 1/3 innings, and so far charged with 8 runs. 8-0 Padres. Now the Padres clearly hunting the fastball tonight. A lot of these hits coming on fastballs.
Doing a fine job spinning on the ones inside, taking the ones the other way, and occasionally going out in a fastball count and pulling it. That's the one I really like. Margot going the opposite way for the triple. But I tell you what, the Padres are right on Corbin. He tried everything to try to just keep them off balance. And what do you know, up to this point, 8 runs, 11 hits.
So Patrick Corbin out. Pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford. Silvino Bracho into the game now.
Well, a 3-pitch pitcher, 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. He's about 93 to 95 on the fastball. His 16th game. Pretty good numbers in the short time as far as the opponent's batting average. So that tells me the 6.32 ERA. Some big hits. Look at the 5 home runs.
Austin Hedges has walked twice, once intentionally. Coming to bat here with a runner at first and 1 down in the inning. Already 2 runs in.
Bracho was recalled, right, September 1st from AAA. His 8th stint with the team this year.
Well, I feel like we saw him come up and down in the middle of series we had here.
Yes.
A couple times, so probably the case if he's been up and down 8 times.
Wow.
Bracho comes in here, and first hitter is Hedges. Corbin responsible for Ibar at first base, already charged with 8 runs in 4 1/3 innings on 11 hits. Middle infielders at double play depth for the Diamondbacks. Get the expanded rosters, more pitchers in the pen available for Torey Lovullo. Normally you might think, well, starter did get through the 5th, but not the case. They get plenty of arms down there. Hedges rifles this foul. Well out ahead of that, 1-2.
Diamondbacks have 11 arms in that bullpen.
That's enough.
I think so. Padres with 10.
Hedges with a swing and a miss, strikes out. Bracho strikes out the first batter he faces. 2 down. Bring up the pitcher Jordan Lyles, who came up with the bases loaded in the 4th inning and singled to drive in 2. Now he bats with a runner at first, 2 down.
Seems like with Bracho everything's hard, you know. I'm not going to say he's got a really violent delivery. It's just a very firm and aggressive delivery to where hard fastball, hard slider. He had good movement on that changeup to strike out Austin.
Swing and a miss there.
That looked like a changeup as well.
Herman hurt himself. I mentioned he came up with the bases loaded, did this. Base hit to drive in 2.
It was a fastball off the end of the bat. That's a good sign, seeing Glenn Hawken wave his arm around, scoring him.
Not sure what Herman did there, but he appeared to hurt himself, the catcher, and went out to talk to the pitcher, and the pitcher was really checking on him. On a strike here to Lyles. Ibar at first. Not close, and it's 3-1. A little slip there at the end of the delivery. Seven of his last 9 outings have been scoreless for Bracho. Outside, and he walks the Padres pitcher Jordan Lyles. So Ibar to second.
Center field.
Well, Torey Lovullo wanted to see right there. And Margot coming up.
See if Manuel has the same approach, trying to take Bracho the other way.
Take strike 1. Bracho with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Margot took it. Down 0-2. About 8 miles an hour difference in the changeup from the fastball, 94 to 86. Oh, 2 to Margot. Well, the 7th member of the Padres to bat here in the 5th. Sent 9 men to bat in the 4th inning. 6 runs in the 4th, 2 so far here in the 5th. In the dirt, gets away from Herman, and the runners will advance. Ibar to third, Lyles to second base.
Well, that's a chance you take as a pitcher when you throw an off-speed pitch. Sometimes it just doesn't come out right, and sometimes the catcher cannot reach across and catch it cleanly. He really yanked that one.
Ibarra at third, Lyles at second now with 2 down. Margot rips it foul. And well, Margot the double in the 3rd inning. And missed out of the right field corner. Ends up at third base.
Needs a home run right here. Just missed low, I guess, huh?
Full count now. Chance to add on to an 8-0 advantage here. Runners at second and third, 2 down in the Padres' 5th inning. To right field, J.D. Martinez has it sized up. He'll make the catch. It ends the inning. Yangervis Solarte, part of the 2-run 5th inning. His double would score Will Myers. Back-to-back doubles for the Padres to begin the inning. 2 more runs. An 8-0 San Diego lead halfway through this one.
Start his 5th inning of work, and what's been working for him? We talk about off-speed stuff. How about the slider? He's mixing a lot of sliders, keeping these Diamondback hitters off base, getting some grounders, getting some swings and misses, but also mixing the changeup every now and then, and really doing well to J.D. Martinez. J.D. Martinez is swinging a hot bat. He has punched him out twice, only 61 pitches as he begins the bottom of the fifth. In contrast to last time, his last start, 4 1/3 at 92 pitches. So some serious progress and one heck of a lead to work with, 8-0.
Much better start for him so far to this point. Stan, what are you seeing from him?
Well, first of all, I love the fastball command that he's shown tonight, and I thought that first at bat against J.D. Martinez was crucial for him from a confidence standpoint. Mud, I don't know about you, but you know how there's certain parts in a ball game where you face the opposing team's best hitter, and you just make quality pitches, and he did to Martinez to strike him out in that first one, both with fastballs and that nice breaking ball. And I think that just builds that confidence, and now he's got a feel for it. He's relaxed, and he's been able to incorporate the changeup with the off speed tonight as well.
A.J. Pollock leading it off here for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Bob, I mentioned it earlier, but we can't stress enough what fastball command does. And look at right here. You get at 0-1, what on the fastball command? Down in the zone. It opens up so many windows for you. There's another one.
He went.
I was going to say, where's the pitch?
1-2.
There's the combo right there.
In the air to left field. Perello's out there waiting, and he'll make the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the fifth. So Pollock 0 for 2. 12 in a row retired by Lyles. So 1 out, and it brings up Brandon Drury. Drury fouling one off down the right field line that was caught by Blash on a good running catch on the warning track in foul ground. 2 hits allowed by Lyles, both coming in the first inning. Oh, 2.
Slider. No, that one seemed to be a little harder. That was like maybe a cutter / slider, maybe. Didn't have that bigger break, but it had a sharp late break to it.
Bouncing in for ball 1. Hasn't walked anybody in tonight's game, and as you pointed out, much more economical tonight in his outing. Far sharper here in start number 2 in a Padres uniform than he was in start number 1. Center field, Margot. 2 down.
Well, Don, I know we've talked tonight about Jordan Lyles and his breaking stuff, his changeup, and I know you've got a couple breaking balls.
What?
So show me how you throw your. Because you're always talking about it in the booth.
When I throw my curveball, I usually have my finger up like this, so I tip my pitches, which is a problem,
right?
Because they know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's like, here comes my curveball, and then I throw it.
Well,
then it does this.
That's.
And then it goes like that.
Right. Yeah. And then how about your gyro ball?
The gyro ball is still really a circle change. It comes out, it does this.
Wow.
And then see you later.
Off the table.
It drops right off.
It's just devastating.
Yeah. So those are the 2 pitches I'm working on the most.
Well, what you have said tonight is kind of what Lyles is doing with his breaking stuff. gives that illusion that it's coming in and then down and away on the slider, and the changeup kind of dropping off the table as well. But the fastball command, how do you hold your fastball?
I just do 4-seam fastball for the most part. Across the seams here.
Can you locate it though 7 out of 10 times?
A lot of times it gets too much of the plate or it leaks. Sometimes I get some leakage.
Really?
Which is a problem. Yes.
Leakage is not good.
No. But I'm working on some stuff. I told Randy Jones I'm going to be playing in the alumni game coming up.
Yes, against the Marines.
Yes, which I'm excited about. They're really not ready to pitch yet. So.
Well, you know it's underhand.
Oh. Into center field. Chris Herman's got himself a base hit here with 2 down. That breaks up a string of 13 in a row retired by Jordan Lyles.
Well, let's see what Herman gets. It's a fastball. He stays on it nicely. Just trying to pepper away and hit so hard that Ivar can't get to it. But still 2 outs. Pinch hitter.
Yep, Ray Fuentes is pinch hitting here for Silvino Bracho.
Former Padre.
Pops it up, foul and out of play off to the left. That's 37 games, hitting at .284. Spent time on the DL, the left thumb contusion, mid-August. I think he went. They check he did, says Mike Everett. '23 games of the Padres in 2013. For Ray Fuentes. Now the Diamondbacks in pinch hitting with 2 down here in the 5th inning. In the dirt, nicely smothered by Hedges. One-two pitch in the dirt.
You know, even with the 8-0 lead, it's very, very key here for Lyles to get this pinch hitter Fuentes. Get right back in that dugout. Don't flip that lineup over to the top. More of a psychological thing. And pitch count as well.
Ooh. Looks like a pretty good pitch. Full count now. In the air to right field. Struck pretty well. Blash going back at the wall, and that ball's gone. Into the pool area out there. Ray Fuentes with a 2-run shot. It's the Diamondbacks on the board here in the 5th inning.
You talked about balls leaking over the heart of the plate. That was a 2-seamer that was up. Payoff pitch. Took a good fastball in off the plate for a ball and turned that one around.
5th pinch hit home run for the Diamondbacks as a team this year. Fuentes' 2nd pinch hit home run this season. They're on the board. Oh, a number foul. 2 outs, bases empty thanks to the 2-run home run by Fuentes. Swing and a miss. And a ball and 2 strikes now to Peralta, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded out to second base. Ball 3. Lyles had retired 13 in a row. A single and a home run, and now a strikeout. Comes back to get Peralta. 6 strikeouts for Lyles. 2 runs in the inning for the Diamondbacks. 8-2 Padres. For the Padres, they score 6 runs in the inning, and it starts with Lyles driving in 2 with the bases loaded. Then how about Manuel Margot tripling to the right field corner. Lyles would come around to score all the way from first base, and Pirello drives in a run. Ends up at second base, and Solarte able to double one down the third base line into left. Scores Will Myers. Padres tacking on 2 more in the 5th inning, and Padres have an 8-2 lead here. Look at the starters comparison. Patrick Corbin, who had won 5 in a row coming into this outing, last just 4 1/3, and he has touched for 8 runs. And on the other side, Jordan Lyles in 5 innings so far just got touched for 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. So as we play along here to the 6th, some changes as new pitcher is into the game. Braden Shipley now into the game.
He was recalled from AAA Reno on September 1st as a starter. 19 starts, 7-6 at a 5.6 ERA. And this season with the Diamondbacks, now his 6th game. Started a couple. 4 home runs in 17 innings, and opponents hitting .319 off of Shipley.
Takes over for Silvino Bracho. And Asuaje lines out to the second baseman Drury for the first out here of the 6th inning. The other change taken over in left field, Ray Fuente stays in the game. So after he had pinch hit and homered, is now in left field. And David Peralta out of the game. Here's Jose Pirela with 1 out, top of the 6th. Double we showed you. Also has a single, 2 hits, 2 RBIs on the night. On the ground to third, Jake Lamb. 2 down in the 6th inning. Bring up Will Myers. Myers had popped out to second, flat out to center before doubling and scoring in the 5th. Play Myers straight away and deep pretty much all the way around out there in the outfield. He's got good power to all fields. Ball and a strike to Myers. Will moving up in the order tonight, batting 4th in the cleanup spot after really being very productive on the homestand. Starting to swing the bat again like Will Myers. Evens up at 2-2. Outside corner for strike 3, and Myers strikes out looking. 1-2-3, 6th inning, but an 8-2 Padres lead. T-Mobile, well, the Indians extend their winning streak to 16 games with a win against the Baltimore Orioles. Time for the 3rd longest streak in AL history now. And Ryan Braun, 300th career home run, part of a 2-0 win for Milwaukee over the Cubs. And the Tampa Bay Rays series against the Yankees scheduled to start on Monday. They have decided they're not going to go back down to Tampa with the pending weather situation, and that series will be played at Citi Field, home of the Mets. Jordan Lyles pitching here into the 6th inning. 86 pitches deep into his outing.
That Tampa game, it's almost reminiscent of it's the reverse of when they were redoing Yankee Stadium. The Yankees played their home games at Shea. I think it was in like the mid-70s when they did that for 2 years. I believe the Yankees played their home games at Shea.
Third plate appearance for Ketel Marte. Singled in the 1st, grounded out to 1st in the 3rd.
Well, probably the last inning for Jordan Lyles. The next pitch will be number 90. So it'd be nice to have a solid 6.
Marte now, Lamb and Martinez scheduled to bat here in the 6th inning. And a liner to the gap in left center field. Margot cuts it off, and his throw will go to second. Marte slides into second with a leadoff double that opens up the 6th inning.
That's a nice short quick stroke right there. Marte taking Lyles the opposite field. Up though, and it's just a little bit. I know we talked about being up. It could be a couple baseballs, right? It's down. It's maybe a different story. Hit on the ground right at the shortstop. Not the case there though.
Now Jake Lamb batting with a runner at second, nobody out. Lamb 1 for 2 in the game as he takes strike 1. Sixth season in the Diamondbacks organization. Line to right center field. That's going to get down. From second base, Marte will score. Throw goes towards second, but in sliding with an RBI double is Jake Lamb. And it's now 8-3 Padres. Back-to-back doubles and a run here to open up the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, the lack of location started to show in that 5th inning when the single to Herman, the home run to Ray Fuentes pinch hitting, and now especially this inning. Marte fastball up and away, and this one right there just flat, middle in. Trading places with Marte to get on the board for the 3rd run.
Here comes Andy Green. Side Valdez and Torres up in the pen. And is going to make a change. So Jordan Lyles pitches into the 6th inning, but does not record an out in the 6th. He'll be leaving after 93 pitches. Padres have an 8-3 lead. Pitching change from Chase Field in Arizona. At the bottom of the 6th inning, nobody out. After back-to-back doubles and a run chase from the game is Jordan Lyles, and Jose Valdez comes in now for the Padres to make his 11th appearance.
Hey, don't think that this 8-3 lead from Padres is not a high leverage situation. The Padres need some outs right here. There's plenty of baseball. We know how quickly the lead can change. Now let's go back to Lyles facing JD Martinez. Swinging the hot bat. How did he get him out? The last pitch of each at bat, the slider down and away. Once again, went back to the well. Slider down and away for 2 strikeouts.
Valdez now facing JD Martinez with Lamb at second. Nobody out here in the 6th inning.
Last time out for Jose was against the Cardinals. He pitched 1 inning. That was on Monday. He had 1 strikeout.
In the air to right field, struck pretty well. Blash going back at the wall. It's gone. 2-run home run opposite field for J.D. Martinez, his 19th. And with that, it is now 8-5 Padres. Second home run of the night for Arizona.
What I say about the opposite field power on the fastball from J.D. Martinez, watch how quickly he gets in this ball on the outside. Part of the plate and drives it the other way. That is some big league hitting right there, folks. That's impressive.
A quick 3 runs put together here with nobody out by the Diamondbacks. And a pitch down and in to Descalso. That closes the book on Jordan Lyles. 5+, 6 hits, 4 runs. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 6. Had a stretch where he retired 13 in a row at one point. Line to right, down towards the corner, and it'll one off the wall. Descalso into second base, standing with a double.
I'm not saying this is Coors Field, but things can change just as quickly at Coors Field as they can here. And we're seeing it. Well, these Diamondbacks, they are hitting the ball hard this inning.
They have got 5 runs back here in a hurry after trailing 8-0. 2 in the 5th, 3 so far here in the 6th. Here's A.J. Pollock with a runner at second and nobody out here in the 6th. Pollock 0 for 2. He's grounded out, flied out. Strike 1. So since Valdez has come in, he's given up a home run and a double. Smothered by Hedges. No advance at second base for Descalso.
And in a situation like this, with the way they're hitting the ball off Valdez, got to have somebody up in the bullpen. It looks like there is action again for San Diego.
Jose Torres had been up alongside Jose Valdez and continues to warm now. On the ground to third. Solarte's got it. Looks the runner back at second and throws out A.J. Pollock for the first out of the inning. So sharply hit, but right at Solarte at third base. 1 down.
Second baseman,
Brandon Drury coming up. He's fouled out down the right field line and flied out to center. 0 for 2.
Valdez has got the giddy up, that's for sure. 97 on the fastball. He's got to locate it.
Well, like a lot of the Diamondbacks, Drury in the last 74 games at home hitting at .357. A lot of high averages right here at home at Chase Field. But they play great baseball. We were talking about it earlier. Diamondbacks at home are 45-23. Ball and a strike to Brandon Drury. Ball 2. Jose Valdez taking over for Jordan Lyles. Gives up 4 runs in 5+. Line into left center field. That's going to get down and roll all the way back to the track of the wall. Descalso will score. It's an RBI double for Brandon Drury, and it's now a 2-run game. It's 8-6 Padres.
These Diamondback hitters are taking advantage of mistakes big time. Getting back in this one in a hurry. Breaking ball speeds up the bat of Drury right into his swing path, splits the gap. Things are getting interesting.
5 hits in the inning, all extra base hits, and so far 4 runs. It's 8-6 Padres.
Diamondbacks 6. Tomorrow, Major League Baseball is on Fox. All rise for the judge as the Yankees face the Rangers in an American League slugfest, or watch the Orioles battle the Indians. Check your local listings. It's all tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Fox.
New pitcher is Jose Torres, 3rd of the 9th for San Diego.
He needs to get the extinguisher out. That's what he needs to do. 1 out and a runner in scoring position. His 58th game for Jose Torres.
Pitch hitter coming up, old friend Adam Rosales, a Padre a year ago, now in a Diamondbacks uniform. Swinging at the first pitch and carves it foul.
Oh yeah, he's aggressive. Jose Torres, when you look at his splits, he's having more success against righties, a .230 average as opposed to .261 against lefties. Why? Well, he likes to throw that fastball in. He'll get it in on him, and that breaking ball down and in.
Now Rosales went back to Oakland this year for his 2nd stint. But now a Diamondback, acquired from the A's at the trade deadline July the 31st. Traded for pitcher Jefferson Mejia. This year hitting at .286 with runners in scoring position. A swing and a miss, 1-2. Had a good year last year for the Padres. It was fun to watch.
Sure was. He's going to leave it all out on the field, isn't he? You know what you're going to get from Adam Rosales. Chokes up with 2 strikes too.
That's with a runner at second, 1 out in the inning. to center. Margot won't get there. Drops in for a hit. Drury takes third. It's a pinch hit single for Adam Rosales. First and third with one down.
That's what choking up will do with 2 strikes. And he just catches too much of the plate. Boy, if there's ever been a theme in this inning, it's been poor location and the Diamondbacks taking advantage of it.
It's like Chris Iannetta has come out here on deck. Andy Green with that introduction headed to the mound again. Said Craig Stammen up in the pen. Craig Stammen coming into this game. Pitching change. It's a 2-run game now. 8-6. Padres have the lead. Father Joe's Villages. Call 1-800-HOMELESS or visit neighbor.org to take a tax-deductible donation of cash, cars, or furniture. And by Petco, where the pets go. Back at Chase Field in Arizona. It's 8-6. Padres have the lead. San Diego once joined an 8-0 lead, but it is now a 2-run game. And Stammen into the game, his 53rd appearance.
Be the 3rd game in a row for Craig. Pitched an inning yesterday, and on Wednesday he pitched an inning as well. Inherits 2 runners at the corners.
Chris Iannetta pinch hitting here with runners at the corners and 1 out. Tying run at first, and he checks on Adam Rosales. And at a 240, 14 homers, 33 runs batted in. Of course, earlier this year, hit by a 93-mile-an-hour fastball in the face, and wears that protective guard on the helmet now.
Well, if the Padres ever needed a double play, this is your situation right here. Although Iannetta's only grounded into 3 this year. Prior to this game, 225 at-bats.
Strike called, 1-1. Runner at third and Drury, the responsibility of Valdez. Runner at first and Rosales, the responsibility of Torres. Fourth pitcher used this inning by Andy Green. Two-run fifth, a 4-run sixth to this point. And again, still only one out of the inning.
Well, you know, you can get two with one pitch right here, and that's what Craig Stammen is trying to do here. Work down in the zone.
Throw to first. Gonzalez back to the bag.
You never know, they might want to try to send him here.
Look at the action count right here. Did he go? No. Jordan Baker, first base umpire.
No, I don't think he went.
Oh for 8 with 2 Ks against Stammen is Iannetta. Batting here with runners at first and third, tying runs on base right now. And he walks him to load the bases. Bases loaded. Another pinch hitter coming up. Gregor Blanco now coming up.
Pitch hit for Brandon Shipley, number 5. Gregor Blanco.
So all the catchers are in this game right now, or out of this game. Torey Lovullo has at his disposal. Blanco with the bases loaded. Strike one for Stammen. Right at the bottom of the zone there. Nice block by Hedges. Blanco, the 9th batter of the inning here for the Diamondbacks. There's still just one out. They've scored 4 times so far. Blanco grounds it foul, and it's 1-2. Diamondbacks have won 13 straight games, and tonight trailed 8-0. They have come back with 2 in the 5th, 4 so far here in the 6th. This crowd is alive at Chase Field. And the Padres right now holding on to the 8-6 lead, but Arizona with the bases loaded. 1-2 pitch coming to Blanco. Fouled off, still 1-2. 2-2. Diamondbacks 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position.
Infielders on a grounder that's just out of your reach. Got to be diving, try to smother, at least keep that one runner from scoring. The one at third probably will score, but you don't want Rosales scoring.
2-2 pitch to Gregor Blanco. In the air to center field. Margot coming in. Margot will make the catch as Drury bluffs and remains at third, and Myers throws over there just in case. So no advance for the base runners here. 2 down in the inning as Blanco flies out to center. Ketel Marte coming up. 2-hit night tonight. Single in the infield to short, and a double to center field. Scored a run. Bases filled with Diamondbacks. 2 down here in the 6th. They have batted around. Marte started this inning with a double. Fouls it off for strike 1.
Well, if there's ever a time, and Austin Hedges has done this all year, he does such a good job behind home plate, smothering balls in the dirt. He's got to be on his game. And he always is. He's proved that during the course of the season. And as a pitcher, you can't be hesitant to throw that pitch. If he wants the breaking ball down, you got to get it down there. You got to trust your catcher that he's going to smother it for you.
Strike 2. More action for the Padres, Buddy Bauman in the pen. Again, Stammen is the 4th pitcher used by the Padres in the 6th inning alone. Marte strikes out. Stammen gets out of it. So a big strikeout for Stammen. He gets the fly out, gets the strikeout. 4-run inning for the Diamondbacks. It's 8-6 at the end of 6 from the desert.
You're not 6'6". Do you feel like you ever have a chip on your shoulder to prove anything?
A lot of people, they kind of see me and they see an underwhelming size. But when they see me play, it's one of those things where it's like, whoa, it's pretty eye-opening, you know? So I always play with a chip on my shoulder. I like showing out for the fans, definitely.
Tonight on Padres POV, presented by Nissan, we catch a ride with Padres infielder Carlos Asuaje and talk baseball. Tune in tonight after Padres Live.
Moving from first base to left field.
Andrew Chafin comes into the game now for the Diamondbacks as they move on to their 4th pitcher of the night.
Well, things are getting interesting right here. His 63rd game for the left-hander. Not bad numbers. 46 in the 3rd innings pitched. A little high on the walks, though. But more strikeouts than innings pitched for Andrew Chafin.
There's a new batter made. Chris Iannetta staying in the game to do the catching. Adam Rosales stays in the game at first base. Moving from first base to left field is Daniel Descalso. Solarte back off the pitcher Chafin. Throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Appears to be okay.
Serious hockey suit right there. Big out for Chafin.
Return to center.
Address unknown.
1 down, and Jabari Blash coming up. 2-hit night for Jabari. Singles to center and in the infield to second base. Andrew Chafin taking over for Braden Shipley, who went an inning. Tired the side in order in the top of the 6th inning. All 8 runs the Padres have charged to the starter Patrick Corbin, who started tonight for the Diamondbacks, and he'd won 5 straight games coming into tonight. Lasted just 4 1/3, 11 hits, 8 runs. Savino Bracho, Braden Shipley, and now Andrew Chafin out of the pen tonight for Arizona. Chafin falling behind 3-1 to Jabari Blash. With Eric Ibar waiting on deck. Padres batting here in their half of the 7th inning. Ball 4 and Blash down to first base. A 1-out walk. That is the 5th walk allowed tonight by Diamondbacks pitching.
Well, Chafin's fastball about 94, 95. We saw 95 there, but pretty straight. Goes from the third base side of that pitcher's plate, so he's coming in a direct angle to the right-handed hitters. Hopefully the Padres can turn around some fastballs out of the hand of Chafin.
Eric Ibar, a triple in the 2nd, single in the 4th inning. Take strike 1. Take strike 2. Chafin kind of pitching angry after the walk of Blash. He's really frustrated with himself.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that 1 ball in the dirt, and then he ended up walking him.
On the ground and throw into right field, a base hit. Blash headed for third base. He will get there on the single by Ibar, and the Padres have runners at first and third with 1 down. Nice job by Eric Ibar. Got down the count, collects his 3rd hit of the night.
He just fought that one off. Ibar now with 3 hits, all of the opposite field, and Jabari Blash gets over the hurdle.
First and third, 1 down. Austin Hedges coming up. He's walked twice and struck out. Matt Caesar has come out on deck. Down in the pitcher's spot. It would be for Craig Stammen. Hedges showing bunt and gets hit. Did he go? No, didn't go after it, so down to first base he goes. If he had offered to that pitch, would have been a strike, but instead the hit batsman, and now the bases are loaded. This will bring out Torey Lovullo to perhaps dispute this.
Oh, I thought he went for it.
Yep, looked like he did.
Yeah.
Got him in the leg.
Watch the barrel of the bat. Well, you know what? He had it out there and brought it back. That gives us a really good angle. Does he kind of poke at it, or does he? He definitely squares, but does he go forward with an offer, or does he go back? I think that second look was really a good look. Watch the barrel of the bat. See, okay, it's steady right there. Does he offer? Too close to call. Done. What do you
Tough
think?
to tell.
Yeah.
Bases now loaded with one out on the hit batsman, and Matt Caesar pinch hitting. Now Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, is headed out. So Chafin was able to get Solarte to ground out to begin the inning, but Blash walked, Ibar singled. Hedges hit by a pitch, bases loaded, one down, and Caesar now coming up.
Couple of things here. One is Mike Butcher probably going over a scouting report how to go after Caesar. Secondly, I've always been in this situation as a base runner. Be aware of the snap throw from the catcher behind you. You don't want to get caught napping. I mean, all the attention's okay. Hey, the pressure's on Chafin. How's he going to pitch Caesar, right? Well, sometimes infielders sneak in behind a runner. You got a sign from the catcher, throw behind you. Always have to be aware of that.
Caesar coming off the bench to pinch hit here in the seventh. Ball and a strike to Caesar. Eight for 38 as a pinch hitter. Does have one pinch hit home run. Foul fly off to the right out of play. Blash at third, Ibar at second, Hedges at first with one out.
Heads up for that ball in the dirt. Jabari Blash at third base.
Bases filled with Padres, one down in the inning, and Chafin backs off again. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Caesar. Big strikeout there for Chafin. Two down in the seventh inning.
Went with the breaking ball down and in, taking a little bit off, and you can see how Matt Caesar tries to reach for it, stay back. Very tough to lay off.
Torey Lovullo out to make a change here with 2 down in the 7th inning. That's going to do it for Chafin. Pitching change from Chase Field in Arizona. Padres have an 8-6 lead. Arizona was an 8-0 Padres lead. It's now 8-6. And in to pitch is J.J. Hoover, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Diamondbacks.
Well, prior to this game, J.J. Hoover's inherited 25 runners. 9 have scored. That can be a little misleading because outs, how many base runners. But opponents only almost hitting 300 off of Hoover, his 42nd game. And he inherits 3 base runners here.
Lash at third, Ibar at second, Hedges at first. With 2 down here in the 7th inning, and Manuel Margot the batter. Swing and a miss. Pretty big cut there at a fastball, pretty much right down the middle. Double and a triple for Margot, who takes strike 2. Big opportunity here to add on to the Padres lead in the 7th inning. Margot to center field, a base hit. In from third comes Blash, Ibar behind him, and the Padres take a 10-6 lead. A 2-run single for Manuel Margot. A big base hit there for Manny Margot that drives in 2.
And an 0-2 pitch. Hoover tries to go up and away. It just doesn't get up and away enough. Short quick to the baseball. You talk about clutch hitting. Boy, Manuel Margot coming through big time.
Those runs charged to Chafin. Suaje grounds one foul outside first. So now you got Hedges at second, Margot at first with 2 down. Suaje looking for his first hit of the night. Has walked and scored.
Multi-hit Manny at it again. 3 knocks tonight. Home run shy of the cycle.
Strike called, 0-2. So again, Hoover ahead. in the dirt, and Hedges thought about it but pulls it up and gets back to second base. Started towards third. Gains his lead again. Hedges at second, Margot at first. Line foul down the right field line. Hooked it right down that right field line. Two runs in for San Diego here in the seventh. Just when the Diamondbacks had got back within two. A little breathing room now for the Padres, looking for more from Carlos Wahe with 2 on and 2 down here in the top of the seventh. Popped up into shallow right center. Pollock coming in, and he'll make the catch. It ends the inning. With the bases loaded, Manuel Margot drives in a pair with his base hit to center field. Third hit of the night. 4 RBIs now for Margot. 10-6. San Diego on top. 7th inning stretch from the desert. To the home half of the 7th inning. It's 7th inning stretch, and it's presented by your San Diego Hyundai dealers. An eventful ball game tonight from Arizona. Game 1 of the 3-game series between the Diamondbacks and the Padres. And the Padres had an 8-0 lead. Then it was 8-6. Now it is 10-6. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, Buddy Baumann, the new Padres pitcher, he becomes the 5th arm used tonight by Andy Green, and a first pitch ball to Jake Lamb. 17th appearance for Buddy Baumann.
Buddy's pitched well. He's got the sneaky fastball, low 90s, very deceiving.
Limited opponents to just a 159 average. He's had 11 career games, 10 2/3 against National League West clubs, and has yet to allow a run in 11 career games. I'd like to keep that going here tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks, an NL West club. Lamb 2 for 3 in the game with an RBI, and he takes strike one. Ball 4, a leadoff walk for Jake Lamb.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
J.D. Martinez hit a home run his last time up, 19th of the year. Grounds one foul off himself painfully.
This is a foul ball right off the top.
We've already done that one before.
So you know what that feels like?
Yes. Yep. All set.
You think you should be reminded?
Nope. We've already done that one before. Austin Hedges out to the mound to talk to Bauman.
You know, I told Bob Brownlee before the game that a hitter fouled it off his shin, and I got your shin, and then Manuel Margot got hit off the wrist, and I told him about what I did.
Yeah, you hit me in the wrist.
Yeah.
Does he find you funny?
That hurts, though, as you well know.
Yes, I do now. Inside to J.D. Martinez, and it's 1-1. Overall, 35 home runs. 81 runs driven in, a .281 average total for him. 19 in a Diamondbacks uniform.
Good pitch. If you're going to throw it up and in there, get it in there. Be aggressive with it. Don't be tentative. Remember, Lyles got him down and away with the breaking ball for 2 strikeouts. The lefty Bauman. Actually, you know, that's inner third after the second look there, about mid-thigh high.
On the ground towards third base. Solarte can't get it. It kicks to short. Double play possibility, but misplayed.
Ouch.
Error charge to Solarte on what looked to be a double play ball.
Room service off the heel. And nobody more upset than Jan Hervis himself right now.
2 on, nobody out. Daniel Descalso started the game at first. Now in left field, takes strike one. Two on, nobody out. Walk in an error in this inning have allowed the first 2 to reach for the Diamondbacks. We got 2 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th inning. Now they bat in the 7th. Bauman down 2-1. Carter Capps up in the pen. fly ball struck to right field. Blash going back. So is Margot. Blash will make the catch on the edge of the track and fire it back in right in front of Manuel Margot. Went a long way, but to a deep part of the ballpark, back by the 413 marker and shy of the track for out number 1.
I'll be quite honest with you. When this ball was first struck, I didn't think they were going to get to that. I thought it was going to be off the track. But Jabari Blash, he's gone to his left tonight. He goes to his right in the gap. The hand is up. Margot peels off. Nice play by Jabari.
Pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Buddy Bauman will exit. Carter Capps coming in. 10-6 Padres. Chase Field in Arizona. Jalees Chassin will be on the mound looking for his 13th win of the year. 12-10 with an ERA just under 4, 3.96. Zach Godley on the mound tomorrow night for the D-backs. 7-7, 3.21 ERA. 4:30 we get started with Padres Live. It's a Padres and Diamondbacks a middle game of the 3-game series.
Well, Zach Godley having one heck of a year as well for the Diamondbacks.
Carter Capps in the game with 1 out, 2 on, last of the 7th.
11th game for Carter Capps. He's gotten better and better each time out. Kind of struggled there the first couple times.
First dealing with A.J. Pollock, who was 0 for 3 in the game. 2 ground outs and a fly out for the Diamondbacks center fielder. Much to the dismay of the Diamondbacks fans, a bluff no throw. Two on, 1 away. Bounces in for ball 2. Buddy Bauman departed after facing 3 hitters. Gave up a walk. Looked like he had a ground ball. It's going to turn into a double play, but instead error made at third by Solarte. Did get Descalso to fly out to right, so on a third of an inning, but responsible for the 2 men on. Carter Capps, pitcher number 6 of the night for San Diego. Strike 1. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. I got a piece of the home plate umpire and Bill Welke.
Giving some time to Bill Welke.
Two on, one away, and a count of 2-2 here to A.J. Pollock. Padres trying to bring an end to this 13-game winning streak for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks doing everything they can to scratch and claw back from what was an 8-run deficit. Popped up left side. Ibar with the infield fly rule in effect to make the catch for out number 2.
Second baseman, Brandon Drury.
2 down, and Brandon Drury coming up. Fouled out down the right field line, flat out to center. Double to drive in a run. Caps and Hedges meeting briefly. No throw again. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
You know, that last set by Caps, he kind of did an old quick set. You got to be careful there. Don't want to get called for a balk. Well, if the infield shifted over, they're pulling towards that side. You know, after a pitch here, a throw down on a long secondary lead at second base could be a possibility.
In the dirt. Ball and a strike here to Drury. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Check swing. I think he went. He did. Home plate umpire is going to make the call on his own. Bill Welke didn't need to check. And it's 1-2.
Oh, yeah. Hits it. It's a double.
Two outs, last of the 7th. Runners at first and second. Carter Capps dealing with his second batter since coming in. Evens up at 2-2. Drury with a double in the 6th inning, part of the big 4-run 6th. Picked up an RBI's 58th of the year for the Diamondbacks second baseman. 1-3, full count. So now the runners can get a start. And Lamb at second, Martinez at first with 2 down in the full count here. Brandon Drury.
Well, he threw the 2-2 breaking ball to miss to go full. Now does he throw the breaking ball here or try to locate a good fastball?
On the ground to short. Ibar will go to first base for the out that ends the inning. So nice job by Carter Capps. We head to the 8th, 10-6 Padres. Along here to the 8th inning. Jake Barrett comes into the game now for the Diamondbacks.
22nd game for Jake Barrett. He was recalled from AAA Reno on August 22nd, his second time around for the big league club. And for the Aces, he was 2-0. He had a few saves out of the bullpen. An ERA of 4.91 in 20 games.
Dealing with 3, 4, and 5 in the Padres order. Starts with Jose Perella here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-hit night, couple RBIs for Perella. Doubled in the first, single center in the 4th inning.
Well, Barrett's got a live arm as well. Upper 90s on the fastball, 96, 97, a slider and a split. Big frame, Barrett. Husky.
Outfield straight away and deep here on Perella. Barrett falling behind here, 3-0. Throwing hard but missing the mark. That was close. Takes over for J.J. Hoover, who ended up getting the final out of the 7th inning. Padres did collect 2 in the top of the 7th. Have a 4-run lead here on top, 10-6. Still on the hook is Patrick Corbin, the starter tonight for Torey Lovullo. As he goes over things with Paul Goldschmidt here, maybe we will see Goldschmidt as a pinch hitter. Not played in 5 straight games with a sore elbow. Looked like Novello going over scenarios that may have him hit.
Yeah, you get multiple base runners on at one swing of the bat, either tie it or take the lead.
Payoff pitch to Pirela. And he strikes out on a pitch headed away at 98. One down here in the 8th. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, KO JD has been swinging the hot bat. 1 for 4, a 2-run home run. Well, Jordan Lyles really pitched him well the first 2 at bats and get early lead for Penn. Padres had an 8-0 lead after 5 innings. Different story now, although Padres ahead by 4, 10-6.
Will Myers takes a strike. Will has popped out to second, flied out to center, doubled and scored, and last time up struck out looking. Ten runs, 13 hits, an error for the Padres. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. On the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit for Will Myers. Second hit of the night for Will.
I was just going to say, for the Padres, you got to get out of slam range. You know, this ballpark, we all know, can change in a heartbeat. And Will gets on top of this one. A short, quick infield here. That might have been off the landing strip there, in between the mound and home plate, that dirt area. That ball will skip through there quickly, hitting that dirt. What do you call that, Donnie?
Pitcher's path?
With where the 1 is. What do you call that?
Pitcher's path?
Trying to clear the pitcher's path. Is that what they call it?
I don't know. Got Hervis Solarte.
I know what they call it. The dirt in between the mound and the plate.
I think it's the pitcher's path.
Really, I like that.
Had it in Detroit for a while.
Yeah.
Ground ball picked at first nicely by Rosales to second base and out there. Will Myers retired. Turns into a double play. Nicely done to end the inning. Rosales right to the bag for the out, and then the throw, and the tag gets Myers, ends the inning. And some big hits. Jordan Lyles driving into part of a 6-run 4th inning for the Padres. And Wellmark go to right center field, scored Lyles. Jose Perella driving in a run with a double. Padres scored 6 times in the 4th, 2 more times in the 5th, twice in the 7th, have a 10-6 lead. Carter Capps, who came in to get the final outs of the 7th inning, final 2 outs of the 7th inning. Adam Rosales hits one high and deep to left, down the line towards the corner, and it's going to be a foul ball. Going as far as he could to the corner was Perella. Ends up in the bullpen area down there, had the distance, but to the left of the pole for Rosales. Nice play by Adam to end last inning too. That
yes,
double
it
play.
was. His momentum catching that ball, he landed on the bag, so then the force is off. That's why you got to fire a good strike down to second base to apply the tag to whoever's covering, most likely the shortstop on that play.
Those Caps works here. There is more action in the pen. Swing and a miss. Rosales chasing that pitch, running away. The action is Phil Maton. Already seen Jose Valdez, Jose Torres, Greg Stammen, Buddy Bauman, and now Carter Capps in relief of Jordan Lyles, who went the first 5+ innings. Lyles allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, didn't walk anybody, struck out 6. And pitcher of record right now for the Padres. Two pitch coming up here to Adam Rosales, who leads it off. And he takes pitch outside. Strike 3 call. Rosales sprinting to first, but it is strike 3. And he is out number 1 of the 8th. Gets the bad news.
He thought it was ball 4, huh?
Yep. And per usual, always sprinting to first base,
yeah.
but it's a didn't hear Bill Welke. It's a good pitch.
Yes, it is. 95 right at the knees. Dave McKay's like, hey, good job sprinting, but you're out.
Nice run. One out for Chris Iannetta. Pitch hit in the 6th inning and stayed in the game, and half-hearted swing right there.
Hey, when Carter Capps gets that slider down and away to the righties, that's a nasty pitch. Located the fastball quite well to Adam Rosales. He gets ahead with that nasty slider here to Iannetta.
Hot shot into the seats down the right field line, 0-2.
Well, a lot of runs scored in the nation's capital this evening. Washington 11, Philadelphia 10. That's a final.
Iannetta looking into the seats where he fouled that ball. Looks like everybody's all right over there. Loud applause, and continues to look in that direction. Christopher Negron coming out on deck here for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss, and Iannetta strikes out. 2 down in the 8th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carter Capps.
He's got it working. He's in a groove. Rosales with the fastball of the knees. Now the slider in the dirt to get Iannetta. You can tell out of the hand, looks like it's going to be a strike.
Pitching for Chicago, number 45, Christopher
Negron. We're 2 down. Pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 for 12 so far in 4 games that he's appeared in. Strike 1. So Jordan Lyles giving up 4 runs. Jose Valdez was charged with 2. Torres, Stammen, Baumann, and so far Capps not charged with runs coming out of the pen. And Carter Capps has retired all 4 Diamondbacks he's faced since coming in. Negron hits a one-hopper to short. Ibar's throw is in time to end the inning. A 1-2-3-8 for Carter Capps. To the 9th we go. 10-6 Padres. Diamondbacks.
Hey Don, the Red Cross depends on financial donations to be able to provide disaster relief immediately. Help people affected by hurricanes Harvey and Irma by visiting redcross.org or texting the word Red Cross to 90999 to make a $10 donation.
Jimmy Sherfy comes into the game now for the Diamondbacks. 7th arm they've used in tonight's game.
This season for Sherfy, his 4th game in the short time, 4 innings and 6 strikeouts. Even though it's a small sample size, they really like this kid. He's got a good arm. Talked to Bob Brenly and Steve Berthien before the game, and Troy Lovullo really likes this kid out of the bullpen.
Takes over for Jake Barron, who pitched the 8th inning. Gave up a hit, no runs. Struck out batter, got a double play to end the 8th inning. Here we go to the 9th. Jabari Blash going to lead it off to begin things in the 9th inning. 2-hit night, been aboard 3 times. Also walked to go along with the 2 singles.
Well, speaking of the Hurricanes, Don, remember there was Jabari was having trouble getting in touch with his mom. Well, we had just found out today that he has been in contact with his mom, and she is A-OK.
St. Thomas, correct?
Yes. So that's good news.
You ever been to St. Thomas? Beautiful place.
I have.
Tremendous.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yep.
Chopped left side. Lamb throws out Blash, one down in the 9th inning. That'll bring up Eric Ibar.
Shortstop.
You know, I noticed on your scorecard you put little stars, right?
Yes.
When the new pitchers come in.
That's how I know the first batter that the new pitcher faces.
And I learned that from you, and I started doing that this year. I put little X's, right?
How's it working out for you?
What do you do when the 5th pitcher, like the 5th reliever, comes in?
Just keep adding stars.
You know what I do?
What do you do?
Roman numeral 5.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
You don't say so yourself.
And then, like, Sherfy came in, right?
Yeah.
V1. For Barrett, it was a V.
That's good for you. I'm not really good at Roman numerals. I get to like 10 and I'm done.
It's really not that hard.
It's hard enough that I'm just going to keep going with my star system.
So you've got a real problem with Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Eric Ibar batting here. 3-hit night. Triple, 2 singles, run driven in. It's one of those games though where you start getting way too many stars.
Yeah, well, that's where
you look at the.
That's where you need to go.
Top is out of control.
See, this
is my star system.
Your stars. See your stars. See
yes.
the stars.
Stars start going all the way across.
And then look at mine. I got
the Roman numeral system.
Roman numeral system.
Good for you.
5.
That's great. You like my system, but then you go ahead with your own system. I don't get it. First base. Rosales with another good play. 2 down.
Well, there's always room for improvement.
So you like it, but not enough to go with it. With all these pitchers.
I actually do like that though, because I didn't used to do that. I used to just use lines.
So that's how you indicated who he faced
right.
first. That'd be very confusing.
Yeah.
2 down here in the 9th inning, and it brings up Austin Hedges.
I'm going to suggest that at analyst camp this offseason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Play-by-play announcers not allowed at analyst camp.
No, I found out yesterday.
So,
did you hear?
No.
You get a visit. You get a free pass.
Oh, so I come like have lunch with you or something in the middle of the course?
Yeah.
Strike 1. 1-1. So I could like sneak in a bucket of chicken for you or something for lunch.
I would like that.
Extra crispy. Strike 2.
You'll probably steal all the legs out of that bucket of chicken too. You stole all of them today at the store.
That one runs away. 2-2.
I go to the fried chicken bin today for lunch looking for some legs of chicken, and I look at Cha-Cha next to me. He's got 8 of them on his plate, and there's none left.
There's not enough for everybody. On the ground, left side. Lamb throws out. Hedges, and ends the inning. A 1-2-3 ninth.
Chickens
bottom of the
hate you.
ninth.
Chickens hate you.
quite a game it has been for Manuel Margot. Top spot of the Padres order. Double in the third inning out to the gap in left center field. Then he would triple in the fourth inning. Down to the right field corner to drive in a run. And a single in the seventh inning. 3 hits, 4 RBIs. On to the bottom of the ninth inning as the Padres have a 10-6 lead. Kyle McGrath into the game for the Padres.
Well, his last outing for Kyle was against the Cardinals. That was 4 days ago. He pitched an inning, 1 strikeout. And in the short time that Kyle has been here, now his 8th game, pretty darn good numbers. Look at the opponent's batting average, 167. Doesn't throw hard, very deceptive, below the hitting speed. And he has a 4-run pad here in the bottom of the ninth.
Ketel Marte leads it off here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And takes strike 1. By the way, good job by Carter Capps. Tired all 5 Diamondbacks that he faced.
That was good to see. Good location of the fastball. The nice slider down and away. Really getting that release point out there to make the effective pitches that needed to be made. I'm telling you, one time around through the lineup for a guy like Kyle McGrath can be effective. It's tough to pick that pitch up. It's tough to stay back.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Marte with Jake Lamb waiting on deck. Swing and a miss, and McGrath strikes out Marte. First out of the ninth. That'll bring up Jake Lamb.
Third baseman,
Look at that. It looks like that ball's just floating up there, right? It swings right through it.
Well, Jake Lamb tonight has been aboard 3 times. A single, double, and a walk. He's driven in a run. Now 98 RBIs on the year for the Diamondbacks third baseman. They shift on him in the infield on the right side. Four runs allowed by Lyles, 2 by Valdez. Shutout performances for Torres, Stammen, Bauman, Capps, and now McGrath falls behind here. 2-1. Diamondbacks made noise in the 5th with 2, 4 in the 6th inning. They got back within 2. It was 8-6. The Padres getting big 2 runs in the 7th inning. And lead here 10-6 as the count evens at 2-2. Full count now. I just tried to frame that. Lamb now. J.D. Martinez waiting on deck. Popped up. Out goes the shortstop Ibar. 2 down in the 9th inning.
field.
That'll bring up J.D. Martinez with 2 away here in the ninth. Now the Padres are an out away from ending the Diamondbacks' 13-game winning streak. It's also now 8 in a row retired by Padres pitching. Strike one. What a run it was. 13 straight games for Torey Lovullo's Diamondbacks. And a valiant try here tonight, getting down 8-0 and getting back to make it 8-6. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. So make Jordan Lyles a winner in a Padres uniform for the first time. Oh, 2. Swung on and missed, and the Padres win. Well, that is the end of the 13-game winning streak for the Diamondbacks. The Padres hand them their first loss. 10-6. The Padres win this one, game 1 of the 3-game series. Big night for Manuel Margot. As a solid effort from the bullpen as well. Padres win it. Time now for Padres Live. What's in store, Mike Pomerantz?